Oh, look at the carrots. Looking good, carrots. You got any carrots under there? Oh, they're little. Oh, that one. Oh, that one looks like it's a good size one. It's a little short one. Oh, looks like it's got nematodes. I didn't know carrots could get nematodes. I'm going to have to go look that up. Yeah. If it's not nematodes, I don't know what those are. But the carrot looks like it's tasty. But I'm definitely going to cut it up to make sure nothing has burrowed into it. With all the blooming this tomato plant has done, it has never set one tomato. And it hasn't been, well, it was a couple of days, got in the 88, 89. I keep hoping that something was going to set. But this late, I probably wouldn't get any tomatoes, even if they did set. So Cherokee Purple, nah, not going to grow this one again, for sure. It's a huge plant. It's a good 8 to 9 feet long. But nope, no more. I decided to move the red Mexican bird of paradise artichokes, globe artichokes, volunteer cherry tomatoes, which they're not going to be in here for very long. They're already going to be the top. Some leaf lettuces, and looks like a couple of kawabe, and what has survived of the Swiss chard transplants. Something got in there and ate those before I got them covered. So we try to keep them safe now, at least from birdies, rats, and mice. Of course, we can always lay our eggs around the edges and bugs crawl in there. Plus, they'll get a little bit more sun, but I need to keep an eye on them because they might get too much sun. I don't see any new growth. If I do, I'm going to ignore it. I don't see any buds. If I do, I will ignore it. I don't see any new growth. Taking down the lima bean so I can refill the bed and actually start growing again. The final lima bean harvest. Well, that's another meal, or two. There'll be more than two because that lima beans and ham is so good. The tree is free. That space is all free. I did a chop and drop. I'll get in on the other side and pull this part out and pull out as much of the wandering Jew as I can, and the palm tree. And the chop and drop will replenish the ground with all the nutrients that the lima beans have sucked up. So they've got the nutrients in their stems and leaves, and I will bury them under a layer of compost, and they can regenerate my soil. Look what I found out here watering. Ooh, there's a strawberry, and look at this. I have a great big beet. Oh, yummy. How these things have been hiding. Well, I know because I haven't been spending any time in the garden at all. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Trying to get a little fall clear out, clean up. Weed pulling done. Chop and drop. And look what I found. Another ash. That's got to be from the birds. I just chop and drop on the spot. But one thing, whatever you do, never, ever, ever chop and drop mint. In fact, don't let it bloom. Don't put it in the compost pile. If you can burn it, burn it. But get it off the property. Because mint is highly invasive. Very hard to kill. Especially once it gets into the soil. Poor sage. It got a little too hot in spots. but it's still alive. One of the many sage plants. We have tomatoes coming up. I think this was a better boy that I squished on the ground. So I should do some transplanting. Didn't realize how big it's gotten. Yeah, there it is. So I'll just pull them all apart because those leaves are too big to be cherry tomatoes. Ooh, I have an orb. I have a spirit hanging around my house. Oh, I'm so scared. I have a spooky spirit. Ooh. Gonna come and get me? Gonna shake my windows?